Loving dad of 4 dies on the road while his family waited at home to spend the weekend together.
But before we start, please take a moment to give this video a like, subscribe to Happy World, and hit the bell so you'll never miss these great stories.
One fateful night, a man was driving to his overnight job, eager to finish work and go home to his family. His wife and kids awaited his return so that they could enjoy their weekend getaway. Unfortunately, a devastatingly unexpected incident ruined all their plans. Life is highly unpredictable and uncertain, with no promise of tomorrow. No matter how much we try, we can't always outrun the pain, trauma, and heartbreaks. Suffering is inevitable and is powerful enough to change people and their perspectives toward life. Despite our best intentions, we can't turn back time or slow down our favorite moments. However, the least we can do is enjoy life to the fullest and cherish our loved ones. Take a look at one family's story of love, happiness, agony, and loss. Epic weekend plans. A family from Homewood, Illinois, was utterly oblivious to what lay ahead for them. One Friday night, Zachary James Kulak, affectionately known as Zach, was headed to his job where he worked overnight when the unthinkable happened. Caitlyn said she was doing well as a reading interventionist, and Zach had just finished his apprenticeship as an engineer when their lives were turned upside down. Zach was an engineer at the Daily Center downtown, while his wife, Caitlyn Radatz Kulak, his kids and friends looked forward to his arrival the next day. They had planned to go to Michigan for a weekend getaway to celebrate Caitlyn's 34th birthday. A chilling revelation. Zach's family waited for his return. His children had donned matching apple-themed dresses with bows, ready to go apple picking with their dad. The Kulaks waited, but when they didn't hear from Zach, a wave of panic washed over them. Where was he? Caitlyn noted that her husband was never late, and his absence made her more anxious. When she called his workplace, she learned he never made it there. Soon afterward, Caitlyn and Zach's friends got down to work, hoping to find some information on his whereabouts. Several hours later, she saw pictures of their wrecked car and discovered that her husband had been in an accident. A horrible nightmare. It turned out that Zach had been in a horrific accident at about 8:30 p.m. on the night of Friday, September 30, 2022. Another vehicle crossed into his lane and reportedly crashed broadside into his car. Zach, 33, and the other car's driver, Carlos Mendoza, 20, both passed away in the crash in Markham. A broken-hearted Caitlyn stated, "I don't think I've ever had a nightmare that has been this horrific." Caitlyn, who shared 4 children with her husband, aged 7, 6, 4, and 1, said she struggled to explain to them that their father was no more. Having to explain to your 4 kids that their dad's not coming back, that's not supposed to happen, she added. The Homewood resident described her husband as her best friend, the love of her life, and a fantastic dad to their kids. The duo met at Tinley Park High School when they were both 15. Caitlyn said she was a studious, straight-A pupil then, while Zach was more of a people person. Falling in love. After playing football for a year, Caitlyn said Zach became a mascot and often dressed up as Timmy the Titan. Per Caitlyn, Zach was the nicest young man with a happy-go-lucky attitude. Anyone who knew him couldn't help falling in love with him. The couple dated throughout high school and then parted ways, only to reunite after college in 2011. 5 years later, they tied the knot in 2016. But Caitlyn revealed that Zach already knew at the time that they were meant to be. He used to tell people all the time, "I met the woman I'm going to marry in high school." After marriage, Caitlyn noted that she and Zach grew their family unconventionally, welcoming 3 children in a year. She said her husband was the ultimate father who would take their kids on epic trips and shower them with tender love and care. Still in denial, the mother of 4 revealed that she and her husband had decided to work hard to provide the best life for their children. Caitlyn said she was doing well as a reading interventionist, and Zach had just finished his apprenticeship as an engineer when their lives were turned upside down. The distraught widow said she was still in denial and had a hard time processing everything that had happened. She expressed, "It comes and goes. My daughter yesterday was being goofy, and I sent Zach a text, and I realized he wasn't going to get it." According to an online obituary, Zach was born on October 17, 1988, but his life truly began when he met his other half, his wife, Caitlyn. He was a loving husband and a devoted dad to his children, Mikey, 7, Carmen, 6, Rowan, 4, and Clara, 1. Supporting the family, Callie Vevers set up a crowdfunding page to honor Zach and support Caitlyn so she could raise their 4 children. As of October 6, over $132,000 have been raised of the $150,000 goal. Per the fundraiser, the Kulaks were inconsolable as they had already lost Zach's mother in May 2022. Vevers wrote on the GoFundMe account, "Zach was only 33 years old and had dedicated his life to supporting his family. He loved his 4 children beyond measure. We know that no amount will ever replace his presence in his family or his love for them, but we hope to help at least weather the initial storm." Gone too soon. Remembering her late husband, Caitlyn noted that Zach was the happiest person she had ever met, with a heart of gold. In an emotional Facebook post on October 5, the devastated widow thanked everyone for their outpour of love and support. She also said, "I thought I would have another 50 years with him, and it's hard now to feel like my children and I were robbed of our time with one of the greatest men there has ever been." Caitlyn further mentioned that she had hoped to post lovely photos from her family's weekend getaway, but instead she had to share her husband's obituary. "We are truly sorry for your loss, dear Caitlyn, but we're sure your husband will continue to watch over his lovely babies from the heavens. Please keep the bereaved family in your heartfelt prayers.